Democrats all over the nation were basically doing the nanny boo-boo dance at the Republicans after we trounced them. And thankfully so, and understandably so, because these people have been terrorizing us and women for a while now since the adopted decision that overturned Roe v. Wade, right? So now Republicans are huddling, and what we're hearing indicates that not only are they doubling down on their draconian, stupid, terroristic ideologies, they're not taking any personal responsibility. Either we all cheated because we're just masterminds of cheating, which is why we're still dealing with their, obstructionist butts, or, they're blaming everything else, including one person who lost the race was like, hey, screw all y'all, you guys suck anyway, essentially. So there's no learning happening. There's no revelation. But of the biggest issues, which was abortion, it's the abortion stupid, they're still scrambling to figure out what to do with that. And what I'm hearing is terrifying. And I'm going to tell you why. So the abortion fallout made me want to look into something I recalled a while back about Missouri Health Director Randall attempting to chart a spread women's menstrual cycles in his state using a spreadsheet, because that's not creepy and that's not overreach. And I started talking about it on Twitter last night. And so what I saw that sort of alarmed me was the pushback against what I was saying. I'm going to read you one of the messages I got back, which made me scratch my head, but also gave me the idea of what they're going to try to do. Because I remember also Hannity saying something to the point of, the Democrats are scaring women to death over abortion, and they're making it seem like X. And I'm going to put Meidas Touch has a portion of that video. I'll put it down so you can see what Hannity said in regards to this, that we're just essentially making up what they're trying to do about abortion. And I could see this being the next line of, attack, this sort of disinformation. No, we're not trying to take abortion. We're just kind of trying to take abortion. Okay, so, so this woman says, in regards to this news article that I posted, to track complications resulting from chemical abortions and failed chemical abortions. Those records were public as PP received tax funding. It's called transparency and accountability. Don't make it out to be nefarious when it wasn't. They didn't contact these women. So my response was thus. Okay, transparency and accountability? Duh. Transparency with whom? Accountability to whom? And for what? The only individual who should know this information is my doctor and my husband, or, your partner, whoever you're with, that the potential for pregnancy is there, because it's even there, even with contraception. The guy, to that response, because I basically said, what are they using this information for? So this other guy pipes in and he says, you don't know it's for, a Handmaid's Tale type thing. I said, so you think it's fine and dandy for someone to know how many times you may have, jizzed in a cup at a sperm bank? Do you want anyone to access and know that without your knowledge or consent? Or what could the government potentially use that for? What purpose? And he again says, well, we don't know. It's for a Handmaid's Tale purpose. And I'm thinking to myself, let's say it's not. It's still my information. It's still my medical information. It's extremely personal, private information. No government official anywhere should have that spreadsheet. I don't care what they're trying to do. And if they decide they want to have that information for any real purpose, I need to give consent to that. That is nobody's business. And it's funny that you have people who are actually trying to argue in some land, in some way, that it is. In this regard, the Republican Party has lost its way, its moral compass, its own mind. The party that used to think in terms that the government should be small is now at a point where they think it should be fine and dandy for government to have, The kind of information that I wouldn't tell anyone unless I was in an intimate relationship with these people. How do you go from small government fiscal responsibility to that? Well, you go there when you have designs and political ideologies that don't align with democracies. And that's the scariest part. I mean, we're already hearing sort of whispers that in Mississippi, some things went a bit awry when in counties like Hinds, in districts like Hinds County, I think it's District 2, where ballots were missing or they didn't have enough ballots. And this has been going on for some time. I researched it and I saw articles going back as far as 2012, 2019, where people were talking about these types of discrepancies. So yeah, if you want to know why the black vote supposedly is not out there, it's out there, it's being suppressed. Another lady from Mississippi says she, a nice Christian white lady says she went to a polling place where they had long rifles out to dissuade people from voting. Black people. She said not a black person was there. Well, of course not. Black people have a huge self-survival rate. Just think about how often we might run when we hear a sound of something in the woods. As black people, we don't stick around for dangerous things, and we're not going to show up when people have rifles at our voting polling places. They know this. It's called suppression. They can't win on our war ideas because their ideas suck. Just ask the women who found out that their menstrual cycles were being mapped in Missouri. Yeah, we got to beat them November 24th. We can do this. We can do it.